Reviews, the biggest news, the what's new, and the who's who. Welcome to the Daily Gamer Podcast with Joe Mango and James.
Welcome to the Daily Gamer Podcast number 31 with me, Joe Mango, and
James.
And we've taken a little bit of time out, just over a month. We've been pretty busy, to be fair.
Life has happened to both of us, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. It's a busy time of the year, all of that jazz. But either way, we're back. And I tell you what, there's been loads of gaming stuff happening over that last month. I've been playing Skull and Bones like crazy.
Yeah.
At the start, I was like, I'm into it, but, I kind of just want to make a video for it. So, I'm playing it for the sake of playing it. And then now I'm just like, I'm actually really enjoying this. I've pretty much hit the end game now, the end game mechanics, finished all the storyline and all of that. And, it gets pretty crazy. So I'll go into more of that a little bit later on.
Yes.
And then you're going to talk about a few games as well.
Yeah, so I've been riding the Helldivers 2 wave. That's been fantastic, getting online with some mates. That is a good game. That's a standout game, actually, for 2024. So we'll go into that. On top of that, Banisher's Ghosts of New Eden as well. So we've given that a good go. So that's an interesting game. That's really, really good. A really good theme, great gameplay, and great graphics too. And
I'm excited to hear more about that because it does look a bit weird and creepy from what I've seen.
Yeah, but the way they've done it, the dynamics, the gameplay is really unique. So we'll go into that. Plus, I'll talk about some other games in general that I've been dipping my toes into of recent as well.
Nice. Can't wait. All of that on the way for the Daily Game Podcast number 31.
Joe, before we jump onto Skull and Bones, I have a little gift for you, a birthday present. A bit late.
It's a month late, but I don't mind. I'll accept it whenever.
Belated, so here it is.
Oh my goodness. I got to be honest, James. I can't remember when your birthday was. When is it?
May.
I forgot to get you a birthday present.
That's all right.
So maybe I'll just wait till this May.
Maybe you just wait. Yeah, give it a year.
All right, here we go. I'm opening it. Oh, I'm really intrigued.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. That is so cool. Is it a Game Boy?
So
that is awesome.
It resembles a Game Boy. It's called an Anbernic.
Okay.
And it plays like retro games. It plays classics, Nintendo
For a second then, it's got a cover on the front and I thought, how do I play it? There's no screen. I thought maybe it's like a connecting thing. Wow, bro, it looks like the classic Game Boy.
Yeah, same color and everything.
That is so cool.
Yeah, so you can play like it's all like preloaded. It's got classic consoles. I don't know if it'll turn on. You might.
Has it got any battery? Come on, James. You should have. Oh no, it's turning on.
Oh yeah, there might be some.
It's
turning
on.
Yeah, it comes with a screen protector as well.
Anbernic. Wait, this is the screen protector. Oh yeah. Okay.
Optional.
That's cool.
I have one of my own, so obviously.
Oh, I like the sounds. Well, I'm just going to go in the game rooms now just so we can have... Oh, that is so cool. So you got like Virtual Arcade, PS1 games, Neo Geo. Oh, wow. Arcade games, SNES, Game Boy Color, original Game Boy. Oh, this is going to keep me entertained. You know I needed this.
Yeah.
I've got a baby at home. I can't be like on my PC all the time, but I can be doing this.
You can do some retro portable gaming.
Let's go on PS1. Bomberman World. Oh, there's some cool. And you know what? There's so many games that I definitely missed from the old school era.
Yeah.
That I've always wanted to go back. I
now
mean,
you can catch up.
Castlevania Symphony of the Night. I've wanted to play that.
There you go.
So that is cool. I've got that. Crash Bandicoot 2. Okay, on PS5. Oh,
not PS5.
Sorry, PS1. James, Final Fantasy 7 is on here. Are you joking?
I didn't know that.
Grand Theft Auto 2.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy Tactics as well. That's the RTS one, right?
Is it? I don't remember.
Bro, Final Fantasy 7's on here? Like the whole game?
I think so. It's PS1 era, isn't it? So,
dude, this is awesome. All right, I'm going to be like...
You're going to be glued to it.
I'm going to be glued to it. But you know what? That's actually great because, you know, the IGN US podcast, right? It's a gaming, podcast. It's okay. No, it's really good. I enjoy listening to it. And they always do a game at the end of each one, which is 20 questions. You've got to guess the game.
Yeah.
And I never know any of them. Like,
because they're always proper nerds. Aren't
they're talking about all these games that are like just games that came out like who knows when and no one knows what's going on. The screen's really good as well. But anyway,
impressive.
I can use this to get my knowledge of older games up to scratch.
You can geek out.
James, this is literally Final Fantasy, and I tell you what, it looks really good quality as well. I'm going to skip the intro just so I can see what's going on. I don't want to go
game.
But the music as well, like,
There you go.
Oh, it's in a...
Bleep.
I love that. It is in Japanese, though.
Is it? Okay, you're going to have to guess your way through the game then.
I did hear that there's some people who, if they buy Japanese games, they always put it in Japanese because it just feels more authentic.
Experience, yeah.
I don't know if I want to do the rest of the podcast name now, James, but I'm going to have to. I'm going to have to put it down. But James, that is an amazing gift. You've outdone yourself. I definitely have to get you a gift for your next birthday because that is incredible.
No worries.
Thank you
Glad
so
you
much.
like it. Happy birthday.
Can I give you a hug? I'm going to come round. I'm going to give you a hug.
Oh, God.
It's okay, James. You'll be okay.
Just really quickly, yeah?
Thank you, James. Oh, I'm always quick, James.
Yeah, I bet you are.
But yeah, that is... I'm back in my chair. It's a high chair, so it's hard to get, down on from. But anyway, James, that is a really cool gift.
All good.
I really appreciate it,
man.
Thank you.
No worries. And even your wife can play it. Because she likes Mario and stuff.
Oh, Mario's on it?
Yeah, all the Nintendo.
Oh, she's going to love it.
Yeah.
She's going to love it. Oh, she's going to hate you, actually.
Why?
For buying it for me. She's like, Joe, can you just get off Final Fantasy VII? I'm fed up of hearing about this.
It's for a review. You have to play the original before you play the remake.
You know, I really want to play Rebirth.
Even.
I played Final Fantasy stuff like years ago, like when I was PS1 days. I think it was Final Fantasy VII. My brothers had it, my older brothers. And I used to like kind of jump in and play it, didn't really know what I was doing kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then I kind of never revisited it. And all these Final Fantasy games come out. And then I've been getting really excited for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth that it's actually made me want to go back and play Final Fantasy VII. So that is what I'm going to be doing tonight.
Done.
Thank you, James.
Welcome.
Skull and Bones time, James. Ubisoft have come out with Skull and Bones.
They have.
Now, I have been playing it probably 25 hours, I'm going to say now, which is pretty good into the game.
Oh, yeah.
I think.
Substantial.
25 hours. I've been playing like 2 or 3 hours a night, like when I get a chance, and over the last couple of weeks. And I got to be honest, at the start, I was like really into it and really just going for it. Now, if you don't know, it's basically a game where you're like a pirate and you start off with like a little dinghy and you got to work your way up to be able to get like bigger ships and better weapons and find better loot and, take down bigger bosses and other boats and
so it's
structures
it's an action game, but you control the boat.
Yeah, you can control the boat. Yeah, like to be honest, the whole mechanics are just boat related. You can run around
naval warfare.
Yeah, you can run around as your character in like the main cities and some of the like deserted islands that have got a few people on them and whatever that you stumble across as you're going around, sailing the seven seas. But like your character doesn't really do anything. You can't fight with your character. There's no guns or shooting or fight, killing or anything like that as the human. It's all done in your ship. Okay. Right?
Yeah.
Now, I mean, I love that aspect of it. The actual ship fighting and going against people. And then I've upgraded my ship now. I had a small ship that only had weapons facing front and left and right. Now, you can choose what type of cannons and stuff you want on that.
Yeah.
And they have different, like, ammo, depending on what weapons you're using. And as you get up levels and do more missions, you're able to unlock better weapons. But you have to find the blueprints of those weapons before you're able to learn how to build them.
Okay.
Which sometimes can be easy. You just go buy it. Sometimes you get it from earning it through doing missions. What I do like is no matter what item, you can track it. So it has a whole index. So if you go, oh, I want to find out how to build this cannon, you go onto your index, you find the cannon you want, you click like track, and then it tells you can either buy it from this person and it shows you on the map where they are, or you can earn it through doing this, quest, or whatever.
Yeah.
So I like that.
Okay.
The only thing is that I get bored of is when you have to go to do certain objectives. And in these sort of games, you kind of want to jump around and go get that. And if you want to build a cannon, you need to have this type of resource. So it's normally metal, wood, maybe like wood tar or a special item. One's like shellac or something like that. And there's a few different things that you might need.
Right.
But as you get up higher levels, you then have to go to new areas to find that specific resource.
Yeah, okay.
Which, number one, is kind of annoying. And then also, because there's loads of other players in the world, which, by the way, you can't fight unless you engage in PvP area or task or something. So you can't fight them. If you shoot them, it just goes straight through them. So you can't fight other players.
Right, so they just...
Ghost. Well, you can use that. Like, together, you can fight NPCs. You can fight the enemies together and take them down, even just in normal areas.
Can you collide with them, or you just like clip?
No, I don't think you... Oh, no, you can collide with them, but I don't think anything happens from it. Like, no one gets damaged or anything like that. But yeah, you can fight the other pirates and the other things that are boats that are going around. And there's a lot of boats going around from all different kind of factions. You've got like the sea people, and you've got like the Dutch, you've got the French, you've got whatever. And you can go do it. There are some, and they won't attack you unless you attack them. There are some pirateers, though, that will just come and attack you.
Standard pirates, yeah.
Yeah. So when you see them, you're like, okay, let's go for it. Got to kill that guy or run away. But yeah, there's a lot of just like sailing for the sake of trying to get from one place to another. And at the start, it's quite enjoyable because you're like, wow, it's lovely on the open sea.
Yeah.
But then after a while, it's quite annoying.
It's just sea.
Now, you can fast travel, but you have to be docked to fast travel.
Okay.
And a lot of your objectives are always really far away from any sort of fast travel. And if you are building your cannon and you've got to get wood tar, for example, you can track it and it says, okay, you can buy wood tar from this guy, you can buy wood tar from this guy. You can never fast travel to any of the places that you need to buy those resources. So you have to fast travel somewhere and then like somewhere close and then sail to it and then sail back to that place to then fast travel back to where you want to go.
So how long does it take to sail?
And it depends. It does take time though. 5 minutes.
Is there an internal clock or a day? Does it go nighttime?
It does go night and day. And also the weather changes a lot. Obviously the wind changes a lot and you have to maneuver your boat depending on the wind, and you've got a little bar that shows you how you're good in that, which is quite fun. It does sometimes, like as you get to the harder areas, the wind sometimes will just have a big gust of wind facing you, and it really slows you down, and you have to kind of go left and right and try and figure out where the wind is. But yeah, just going back, when you go to that guy to get your resource that you want, you then he only ever has one. So you buy one, and then you got to go to another guy. So if you need four of them,
you have to get four different people.
It takes you ages, exactly.
Oh my God.
It takes you ages. And then if you want to farm resources for yourself, now you can get these resources yourself by attacking boats. But the boats that I need to attack for that, they're actually quite high level, so I can't really fight them yet.
So the other ships will have like loot, right?
Yeah, of course. Now you can attack them and take them down and then take the loot. Or you can attack them and then board. And if you board, you get a little extra loot. But the boarding is just an animation.
Right. Did your little pirates jump over?
Not really.
No.
They basically, that you throw, like, it says like try and board, and you have to throw like a hook, like a bunch of hooks to try and bring them in. And if you throw the hooks, it kind of just goes into an animation and goes, we boarded, congratulations, sir, whatever. And then that's it. Basically.
Oh, okay.
So it would be cool if they did show a bit more of a...
Yeah, a bit more of a conflict. No, I read here, and it was slated for release in 2018.
Yeah, it was
originally.
very, very delayed. That's
a 4-year delay.
Well, I think the reason behind that was because they were going to make it very similar to Black Flag.
Yeah.
which is what it's kind of based on.
Yeah.
But then I think they decided to go in a different direction, and you can really see that. Now, people are very upset about the game due to its being like live service. There's a lot of stuff that you can
No one's
buy.
liking live service these days.
There's a lot of stuff that you can buy in that for real money, buy loot boxes, chests, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And they've just brought out the new the first season as well, with an extra mechanic as well, which is to do with like there's like a new mechanic and a new way you can do quests and stuff that they brought out. I forgot what it's called, but yeah. So they are obviously going to be updating it and doing different events and different upgrades and throughout different seasons throughout to kind of keep you going. But overall, like I got to be honest, I really enjoyed the game. I think IGN gave it like a 7 out of 10. But I did see GameSpot gave it like a 4.
Oh, yeah.
But they kind of, in their description, was like basically saying that they gave it a 4 because like it wasn't Black Flag. And I just thought, well, you can't really compare it because it is a different game. It's a similar concept, but it's a different game. Yeah. But yeah, I think if you were able to fast travel anywhere in the sea, so no matter where you were, if you weren't in combat, you could just fast travel.
Yeah.
That would be nicer. It's just easier. You know what I mean? And you just want your gameplay to go nice and smoothly.
Does it feel open world? Like, can you like dock on islands and like...
Yeah, you can dock on islands. Not every island, only certain islands around the place. You can plunder. So if you go to a place and you've got a spyglass, and you can look in your spyglass and it'll tell you what potential loot you could get from that. So then you can go and plunder them. And then you've got like 5 rounds of plundering. Now they've got guard towers. You can shoot the guard towers and shoot the towers. Whilst at the same time, you've got ships coming to attack you. So you've got to, manage that, which is actually quite fun. The actual fighting and combat and everything I really enjoy.
What about, is there like a story? Is characters... How do you interact with them?
Yeah. So when you first start, you meet this Skurlock is his name. He's a pirate, and he's the head of the pirates in this one area, Saint Anne or something, Saint Marie, something. I can't remember.
Yeah.
And so you go and see him, and he gives you some storylines. And to be honest, like the dialogue was there was a lot of dialogue. And I got to be honest, I was just skipping through it, and I wasn't really paying attention to what was actually going on in the storyline. It wasn't something that I was focused on, let's say. You could, if you wanted to, get into it, and some people might. But for me, I was just like, nah, not bothered about this. I just want to go do the mission and get back. And it was, he was just, because of the different factions, he was basically just trying to make sure that those factions weren't teaming up with those factions, and the French who were trying to stop him, they were like the cavalry kind of, whatever. Like the good guys, let's say.
Yeah.
Who were trying to stop them, stop the pirates. He was like trying to come up with plans to stop them and tricking them into doing things and baiting them into somewhere, and then you have to go and kill that ship and whatever. So that was kind of the main story, but you also have a black market story going on the side where you have to... so say you get like sugarcane is the start of it, and then you make rum out of that sugarcane, and then you go deliver that sugarcane to people. And that's kind of one of the things and it's kind of part of the storyline, or it's like a side storyline.
So they're like sort of delivery quests.
Yeah, but you have to do it to continue the storyline.
Okay.
Yeah. So you have to like, so one of them will be like, go buy sugarcane from this person who we found is selling sugarcane. Then you'll come back to St. Anne or whatever. You would go to the distillery, you would make the rum, and the rum it takes ages to make, and then once the rum is made, you then take the rum and then you go deliver it somewhere.
Okay.
And now I've just got to the second area. In the second area, you have to make opium and find poppies.
Oh, very
so
nice.
that's what I'm on to now, which is, I mean, look, it's fun. But yeah, there's a lot of hard work in it.
It sounds it. I mean, I don't want to beat on it too much, but it hasn't sort of sold itself well. I started it. I didn't play enough of it, obviously, like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So I started it on, getting onto the dinghy.
Did you get the
made my
sharks
character.
trying to get you?
Yeah, so I just went in the ocean and then I did something else. But
yeah.
But yeah, no, I started it. But what I've read so far and what I want to, I want to give it a chance, but I keep seeing things like, oh, it's not what it should be. It's disappointing. But do you feel that way? How do you feel about it?
Like, overall, I like the game. I'm happy that I've got it.
What would you rate it?
I mean, I think a 7 is a pretty good
7.
Yeah. Okay. Like, look, if any game, I could easily play that game for, let's say, 50 hours. All right, before I'm like, nah, I'm done now. Right, let's just say 50 hours. Any game that I can play for 50 hours and I've enjoyed, then I think that's a 7 for me.
Okay.
And I mean, look, there's a few things that I would like to change, and that's mainly just not being able to not having to sail to every single time.
Yeah, that seems like a slog.
Because it is a bit like grueling, and I understand and sometimes you'll get into fights midway, and then it ends up taking you like 15 minutes to get to where you want to go, just because some pirates have come and attacked you, and then you're fighting them, and then.
So have you given PvP a go?
I haven't actually. No, I haven't given PvP a go.
But have you made some friends to like co-op?
Yeah, so there are these.
They're like boss battles and things.
Yeah, so there's these bounties that you can do. And they're like harder bosses.
Yeah.
Big ships, loads of guns. You can team up with people for that. And it's kind of like if you see if you've got the bounty quest, you've gone to where it is on the map, and you can press like request for help. And then if people accept it, then you can kind of go do it together. Cool. Which is cool. And then you can go fight together to kill something. You also actually get weapons, like cannon weapons, that you can fire at ally ships that repairs them.
Oh, yeah.
Which is kind of cool.
Okay.
So I can see that being quite fun. There's definitely more for me to explore, and I'm not going to say, like, I don't think it's a bad game. I don't really know, like, what it could be. If they did it, like, if I could do that game, what would have I done differently? The main thing is just, like, I'm a bit bored having to sail everywhere.
Yeah.
That's kind of the main thing.
I mean, I guess that's how pirates felt as well.
Yeah.
Those weeks on end.
Yeah, exactly. So I get it.
Pirate Simulator.
But yeah, I think that's kind of my main thing. Is it's like so time consuming to just sail everywhere.
See, when the hype was, they were talking about it, and I was thinking, okay, well, there's Black Flag, and then there's the other one, the other multiplayer pirate game. What's it called? It's been around for a couple of years.
Ooh, yeah,
Ooh,
I know which one you mean. Oh, I'm gonna Google it.
But that one, I mean, I played that for a bit, and I enjoyed that because of the freedom in the open world, and it was very, very like, they just plonk you in there, and you kind of just have to figure it out yourself, and you have your own ship, you craft.
Yeah.
And, you can choose to interact with other players. I thought that was really good, and I think that was what I was thinking Skull and Bones could have been, or was going to be, was a sort of an extension.
Sea of Thieves.
Sea of Thieves, that's it.
Yeah.
So kind of like an extension of that, but more realistic.
Yeah.
And then a pirate game to me would be, I would be one person. Like Black Flag, you are the protagonist.
Yeah,
so you go around and do all your Assassin's Creed things, but then you jump on a boat and then you do boat things.
Yeah.
That's what I was imagining it would be. And then it would, you could go explore and then, dock on an island and then explore the island and find treasure or like an enemy party.
You can find treasure. You can find maps and you can figure them out and go find treasure. So there are that sort of stuff. Yeah. It's quite expansive and there is a lot to do.
Okay.
And there is things that will keep you entertained. I do think they did just focus on like the boat stuff only.
Yeah.
Which I think's fine.
I guess it's a lot to ask to do
like
all of it.
They could have had some bits where maybe you dock onto an island and you walk out on there with your pirates, then all of a sudden there's a couple of people that are trying to attack you and you can like shoot them. It's a whole nother mechanic to add to a game, but it could have just given that. It doesn't have to be a really big part of it, but just a few little battle scenes where you just have to, there's a few people trying to attack you, get your muskets out or whatever.
Yeah, a bit of... Yeah, so like you could say like, you could have like a Far Cry mixed in with Sea of Thieves, mixed in with Black Flag, this sort of thing where, where you can go to an island, go to a base, destroy the base, or like even set up your own one. Yeah. Anyway, I'm just
No, I get you. I think they could have done other stuff. I think what they've done is they've made it easy. I think they've made it accessible for anyone to play it.
Do they call it a quadruple A game?
Well, someone did. I don't know who did. I'm not sure if Ubisoft did, but someone did. I wouldn't say it's a quadruple A game. It's a cool game.
Yeah. I mean, Ubisoft, can't fault them, but...
It's not going to be game of the year, let's say that.
Okay, fair enough. A good stab at it.
But it is good. It's a good game. It's a good game. And, Ubisoft are good at doing... It's polished. I think it's polished. The mechanics and everything I was pretty happy with. I didn't see anything in there that I was upset about or don't like how that works.
It looks visually stunning as well.
Yeah, it looks great. It looks really cool. And the sailing, as you're sailing around, bro, you'll be sailing around and all of a sudden a whale will jump out the water and land next to you.
Wow.
You have dolphins, there's crocodiles, there's hippos, there's sharks, there's birds flying through the air as the sun is setting, and it does look really nice. You can go and get your own stuff. You can loot pirate ships that have been abandoned, and you can open treasure chests there.
Right.
You can harvest wood and forage for, hemp or cloth or whatever, and then you can make that into fine cloth or fine linen or whatever. You get trees, and then you can make them into planks, and there is all of that kind of to it, and there's a lot to it, and you could easily sink 50 hours into it and enjoy yourself, I think.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
I think I'm only saying what I'm saying about the time consuming, because I just want to jump on for a couple hours and achieve as much as I can. Yeah. I feel like if you've got less things going on in your life and you've got 4 or 5 hours to kill, then you could easily just wander around and relax and enjoy yourself. But I'm like, I want to progress. I want to go on the next thing, which is probably just me, It's not necessarily what I'm saying is correct, but just my opinion.
Okay, fair enough.
Well, anyway, that's probably enough on Skull and Bones. I did enjoy it. We'll probably have a review up there at some point.
Yeah, I mean, let's see it, because I'd be interested to see how much more you can expand on what you played on so far.
But yeah, it is beautiful. It is stunning. It is fun. So yeah, if you are interested in that sort of game, then I would recommend it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, Joe, I have a few games that I have been playing at my end of the world.
Okay.
In James Land.
James Land, go on then.
So there's quite a few, actually. I have touched upon a few. A lot of them are really interesting to me. So firstly, everyone's talking about this one. And it's called Helldivers 2.
I still haven't played it. I really want to.
So this is great. It's kind of like a action shooter. Team-based sort of thing. Very, very, should I say, loosely or not so loosely based on Starship Troopers.
Yeah.
So if you remember correctly, there was actually a Starship Troopers game.
Yeah.
Quite recent, actually, and it looked really good.
Really?
Yeah,
okay.
Maybe, I guess, last year, 2023. But PlayStation have come along and just sort of brushed them aside and said, hey, check out our game. It's way better because we're a massive fucking studio.
Yeah.
And it's a sequel, actually. So original Helldivers was I think it was
asymmetric, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Top-down-ish kind of.
Kind of strategic, but you still kind of went on planets. To kill bugs and stuff and whatever it was. But Helldivers 2 puts you in a third-person shooter mode, and it is absolutely fantastic. It is so much fun. At first, I loaded it up and I was like, okay, but it throws you right in. The training thing is 5 minutes, and then you get into it.
Great. Love that.
And you start off with naming your own ship.
Yeah.
And so you have a choice of 2 words, and then you can choose whatever you want, the Grand Explorer or the whatever.
Yeah.
And once that's all set up, you're a player, and you can jump into a mission straight away. So basically, it's it's kind of like a political theme, similar to Starship Troopers, where you have
America.
And it's democracy, and then we're gonna clean these planets up with the bugs, and then that's kind of a very loose story.
Yeah,
but
I mean, I heard it's just there's no real story. It's just which is fine. If the gameplay is fun, you don't need a story.
But you're all on the one side. It's all team based stuff. You're all co-op, multiplayer online. And it works really well. So I've been playing with a few mates. mainly the same guys that I've been playing with, playing DMZ with and all that. So it's kind of evolved. So we jump onto a different game. And
nice.
now
I got to come play with you guys because, it looks so much fun.
The combat's great. So it's like a horde shooter in a way as well. Yeah. So if you combine like Left 4 Dead with, I don't know, maybe like a Gears of War.
Yeah.
Maybe kind
of,
third person experience. I think it's really good.
What was that alien shooting game that came at launch for the PS4? Do you remember that one? It was really good. And I think it did so well because it was kind of like a lot of PlayStation 4s upon launch came with this game.
It was a launch title. Yeah, I think I know the one you mean.
Alien Shooter PS4 launch game. See if that did anything. So I'm just really interested now. My internet's going so slow though. No, there is a game called Alien Shooter, so that's all I've got now.
Aliens Fireteam Elite?
No.
That wasn't a launch game. It wasn't Aliens, was it?
Oh, no.
Resistance, is that it?
Resistance! Yeah, that is it. Oh, yes. Sorry, carry on.
Yeah.
Probably like that a little bit, but more horde-like.
Yeah. And what makes it absolutely fantastic is the sort of intensity of it, but the way, I don't know, that you can work together. So basically, you set up your gear, but you have something called stratagems, which are things that you can deploy in battle.
Like big old bombs and stuff I've seen.
Or guns, huge like strikes, missile strikes, whatever it may be. You can have certain, as you level up, you can buy these things. You can buy the stratagems, so you come in stronger with all these different types of weaponry, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
And what makes it great is that you can be a level 4 or level 3 and play with level 18, level 20.
Yeah.
And still have an absolute blast because you're there. You're just picking off aliens. You're helping everyone at the same time.
Does it like the aliens get harder the higher level you are?
I don't know what the actual. I think you can play levels that have a certain level.
I see.
So like a level 4.
Like as you level up, do you get like better weapons and stuff?
Yeah. So you can buy them. You can get credits. You can get lots of in-game currency.
Okay.
And then you can still like buy real currency, so you can still kind of pay to win sort of thing.
Okay.
But that's very optional. They don't really push that.
Yeah.
Which is nice because you just want to play a natural game.
Yeah.
You buy the game, you want to play it. And you know the enemies can vary as well. So you've got like tank enemies, you've got horde enemies, and there's also not just aliens, but you can battle like Terminator style robots.
I saw that. Yeah.
So that's really cool because then they can shoot you back. So the aliens don't shoot you back.
I see.
Robots do.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's just fun as a team. On your own, it's a little bit boring.
Well, I heard there's friendly fire, so you can easily do it. And I heard one guy was talking about it. He said when he played solo, which he did a lot at the start, he would plant like loads of mines on the floor, and because he knew where they were, he would get them to walk into it. But then he started playing with a team of 4, planted loads of mines, and everyone just kept walking over them and blowing up. And they were getting really angry at him, and he was like, okay, I'm going to change my play style now when I'm playing with more people kind of thing. And
one thing you can also do, because when you deploy things, they come in like, I don't know what we call them, capsules from the sky, and they smash onto the ground. But they can smash onto enemies.
Yeah,
they can smash onto aliens or whatever it is.
Because you have some giant alien stuff as well, like not even just the small ones, you have giant ones.
Yeah, pretty big ones.
That's a pretty good way to kill
them,
And
you can see, like, hop onto YouTube and you can see so much shit that goes on. It's so funny, and it's really,
there's already so many videos, and I've watched plenty of them, where it's just like funny stuff that happens in Helldivers 2, and they're just like 10-second clips, and they're just amazing.
Yeah.
Like people sacrificing themselves because they knew like this is the end, and they'll just like throw down one of those big bombs that are about to come, and then
democracy.
Yeah, they like run towards it, so they die, but then loads of aliens die at the same time, and they're like, "This is for you guys," you know. It's pretty great. I saw one guy, and I don't think this was supposed to happen, but he got flinged like across the map.
Yeah.
And they were like, he's dead. And then he landed, and he was like actually somehow alive. But then all of a sudden this like missile came out of nowhere and just, he's like, no, now he's dead.
It's great. And they like all like your limbs fly off, and it's funny.
I want to play it.
So I've been playing that, and I really do recommend it. So get online.
It's not a full price game either.
No, it's not. It's quite affordable. So I have it
It's
on
like 140 dirhams or something.
PC. I'm a mouse and keyboard guy, so definitely if you want that experience, get it on PC.
Yeah.
I've also been playing a game called Banishers: Ghosts of New Eden.
Yeah.
Okay, so that came out last month, I think. So I gave that a good go, and this is something like if you imagine yourself being a ghost hunter in sort of like a medieval fantasy world, I think 1600s America or something like that, with brilliant voice acting and a kind of great dynamic where you can basically you're a couple. You start off as two protagonists. They're in a relationship. But one of them, the female character, kind of like dies. But they're both banishers. So banishers, in definition, is you hunt down ghosts and then you help them finish basically what they were supposed to finish.
They're kind of in purgatory.
Yeah, so they have to before they can be
released into the nether.
Oh, my description is terrible.
No, I get you. So it's like, say, they're going to heaven or something. You're kind of helping them move on.
Yes, that's the one. Helping them banish into just
heaven or whatever else is
not
there.
Being stuck on the world, basically.
Yeah, exactly. So you're not a ghost anymore. You're kind of, your spirit's been released.
Yeah, exactly.
You're at peace now.
You're at peace. You've sorted out your problem or issue that you were having. Anyway, this is what they do. They
like getting back at your ex-wife for cheating on you or something like that.
Something like that.
For killing you, maybe.
Unfinished business.
Yeah.
Is what I was looking for.
UFB. No, wait. Yeah, that was right. UFB.
Yeah.
Unfinished business.
That's the one.
I'm going to trademark that.
Do it. Anyway, they one of them becomes a ghost. One of them actually dies.
Yeah.
But she becomes a ghost, and then you go around. It's third person. There's combat. It's really good combat.
Yeah.
But your goal is to help her, or you have a choice. You banish other people or find ghosts, and then you help them you investigate why they were killed or whatever it was that you investigate. So you're kind of like an investigator. You scan a scene. You find evidence. You kind of keep the evidence, read the evidence.
Okay.
And then you kind of have to decide at the end of that small quest. They're called cases. And then at the end of the quest or the case, then you meet the actual people involved, the NPCs in that particular case.
Yeah.
And then you can decide, after all that research, after all of their storytelling, after all of the evidence that you found, and you can make a decision, like, did that person actually kill this person?
Whoa.
Or was it an accident?
So you could be wrong, though?
You could be wrong, but in the end, you can make any choice. You can banish them, or you can kill the person that's alive if you think they're lying or if you think they deserve to die.
So wait, sorry. So your character is dead?
No, one of them is. So
there's two characters.
So your wife is dead, yeah.
Okay.
There's two characters.
So you're kind of working, like, your guy is talking to live people and the ghost lady is talking to ghost people? Or you're both doing both?
I think so. The ghost, basically, there's Red, who's the guy. He's alive.
Okay.
And then there's the wife.
Who's blue?
No,
because she's dead. Is it like she's
kind of
blue?
That's
okay.
funny.
Yeah.
And then so you kind of work together. And basically, I don't want to confuse anyone, but that's my terrible description. Just just watch my review, then you'll understand. They work together. So in combat, you can switch between them. So they have different powers. The ghost lady can do things that he can't do, or he can't see these things. So you can switch to her, and then you can see these things in the world.
Oh, that's really cool. I like that. That's a cool mechanic.
So you switch, and you can do it mid-combo as well. So if you're fighting, you can jump to her, and then she will finish them off, or then you can jump back.
So
she can
finish them off for you
in a battle sense.
In a
fighting sense.
Okay, I thought this was a different type of game for a second. Okay.
No, it's not Ghost.
Cool. Okay, I like it.
So give it a go. I think it's really good.
When you kill a ghost, when she finishes off a ghost, is there ectoplasm
everywhere? Yes, covered in it.
Oh, sorry. I just had to go there.
That's all right. Something I should have included in the review.
Yeah, you definitely should have.
Anyway, I do recommend it. The voice acting is very,
Yeah.
very good. I think it's mostly a British cast, so we can.
If you want to check out James's fantastic review, make sure you head over to our YouTube, Daily Gamer Official. The title of the review is Banishers Ghosts of New Eden Review. It's pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Daily Gamer Official.
Makes sense.
There you go. So thank you for that, James.
You're welcome.
I have watched your review, to be honest, but I much preferred listening to you say it to me in person, which was nice.
That's nice.
But yeah, go and check out that on the YouTube. And yeah, thanks for your insights, James. I'm excited to play some Helldivers 2 with you if you'll have me.
Very, very welcome, and I look forward to it. I'll just do a few mentions of other games that I've been looking into as well, just quickly. Baldur's Gate 3, obviously.
You got back into it?
Yeah.
Or was this your first time into it?
No, back into it.
Back into it.
Yeah, so I won't go into detail because we'll go on talking about that for ages. A few other ones I've been jumping into is Lightyear Frontier. It's just a demo. It's an early access game.
Okay.
It's kind of a farming game, but you use a mech instead of your own hands. And well, you can use your own hands, but you can explore a world, set up a little base, a little farm in a mech, which is great. So go check that out. It's very unique style. Also Enshrouded.
Enshrouded. I like that. That's cool.
So Enshrouded is an open world kind of crafting game, and it's like I think
locations. One of the ones that I go to is in Dubai Hills Mall in Dubai, obviously.
Yeah, it's a cool store. Really cool store. You should check it out. Yeah, so Enshrouded is. Do you remember playing when we played? What was that survival game that we got into? Rust. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a bit like Rust, but
it
kind of like a
not as brutal
Viking-ish kind of
Viking. Okay, that's cool.
In a way, so you can get
Rust is toxic though, man. I can't play that game anymore.
Yeah,
people just come up and just they're mean.
Yeah, it's a survival crafting action RPG.
Okay.
In a sprawling voxel-based continent, and I think it's at its
Do you have
early
it up
stage.
there? Can I have a look at what it looks like?
Yeah, I was trying to find a decent.
Okay. Is it got a good art style, James?
In this studio, Steam does not load.
I gotta be honest, yeah, the internet's not great. Oh, okay. Oh, that looks cool.
Yeah.
So what? This is the one in early access, or this one's out now?
It's out now.
Is it on any specific platform?
Steam. Well, it's on Steam for now. I have it on Steam.
Is it an indie game? So like not too pricey?
Yeah, it's not pricey.
Okay, cool. I'll play it then.
It's a good one. Yeah, I can see. Like,
can I play with you?
Yeah.
We can play together.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah. You know what? I've been thinking about this.
So we can build a base, and you build like crafting. So you build like a smith. You can build like
So I did have this idea. Every week, let's play a new game together.
Okay.
If we can.
Yeah, we have the time.
We've got to get, I don't want to pay loads of money for games. So if we can get some games for free.
Yeah, definitely.
Or play free games, but we've got to play a new game every week. We'll just hit up some indie gaming developers that have trailers out that are coming out and be like, hey,
definitely,
we want to do this a little stream. Can we have it for free?
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, I love indie games. So let's give this a go.
Survive
I think it's
the
really
shroud.
Good. Yeah.
Okay, nice. I think we've been talking too long. This is a long podcast, I think.
That's okay.
I mean, obviously we had Zaid from Bandai Namco, which was amazing.
Yeah.
Very excited for the DLC Shadows of the Erd Tree.
Shadows
of the Erd Tree.
Erd Tree.
By the way, just a quick tidbit. Is that the right word?
Go on.
Elden Ring, their player count has just shot up since the DLC trailer came out, which is really cool. And I tell you what, their launch for Tekken 8 also is really good. So yeah. Okay. Lot to look out for what Bandai Namco are up to. So that was really cool.
Excellent.
Getting Zaid in.
Awesome.
Awesome. Well, yeah, thanks for your games, James.
You're welcome.
It rhymes. Definitely going to play some of those, and I really want to play with you.
Okay.
Ooh. On Helldivers 2.
Yeah.
And Unshrouded.
Enshrouded.
Enshrouded. Yeah, I'll end there. But thanks, James.
Thank you, Joe.
And that is it for the Daily Gamer podcast number 31, James.
Yes, well done.
I know. Well done to us. 31. It's been a good run. It's been a good podcast. We got a lot of games to talk about, which was great. We love talking about games. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, Skull and Bones. I've been really obsessed with that and still enjoying it. Probably go home and play it tonight, to be honest.
Yeah.
And then yeah, I mean, you've been playing so many games. See me, I kind of get sunk into one and I keep playing that same game.
That's the thing.
Whereas
like,
you just jump around.
Yeah, I do jump around because I have different moods. So if I have a mood for farming, then I'll do some farming. If I want to shoot some bugs, then I'll shoot some bugs on Helldivers. So we need to get on that.
Yeah. I do need to expand my my knowledge, but I tell you what, you bought me that new little retro Game Boy thing. Yeah, and I'm definitely gonna be hitting that up and playing some of those classic games.
Retro games, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that, to be honest with you. It's gonna be quite fun. So yeah, there you go. We will see you next time. Don't forget to go on our socials, Daily Gamer Official, YouTube, Instagram, the main platforms we use. Our website, we post news on there every single day, daily-gamer.net.
Yes, sir.
And follow the podcast, obviously. Yeah, don't forget to do all of that. But yeah, we'll see you next time for podcast number 31.
Goodbye.
32.
32, yes.
32. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.